Africa is not only known for its stunning landscapes, but also for its bizarre and unique foods that can send a chill down anyone's spine. Among these are dishes like roasted mopane worms, which, despite their strange appearance, are more expensive than lobster, costing up to 14 million VND per kilogram. Mosquitoes, responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people each year, are also consumed in various parts of Africa. Even more shocking is the consumption of stink bugs, insects that can cause blindness if they urinate in your eyes, yet they are still eaten as a regular part of meals. Join Explore the World as we dive into the fascinating and unusual foods of Africa, foods that not everyone would dare try, no matter how much money they have. Eating raw meat may sound terrifying to many, and you've probably seen shocking stories like the one of a man who contracted 700 tapeworms from eating raw meat, leading to seizures and unconsciousness for weeks. Or the tragic case where one person died and another was critically ill after consuming raw pork from a sick pig. Yet, in Ethiopia, raw beef and goat meat are considered delicacies. Two of the most popular raw meat dishes are teresa, where strips of meat are cut and dipped in spicy sauces like mita, a chili powder blend, or as hot pepper sauce, and kiddo, where minced raw beef is mixed with butter and spices, often paired with as or fresh crushed cheese. If you ever see fresh meat twitching like a live shrimp when touched, you know it's truly fresh. Locals proudly claim they've eaten raw meat for decades without health issues, even attributing long lifespans to their diet. One person said, "My grandmother lived to 114, and my mother to 99. Both ate raw meat throughout their lives." They believe that eating raw meat preserves its nutrients. But would you dare to try it? Let us know by commenting "eat" or "not eat" below. In Ethiopia, there is a tribe known for their striking cultural practices. One of the most iconic is their tradition of inserting large discs into their lips, a practice that is quite shocking to outsiders. But this is just the surface of their unique lifestyle. The most unsettling aspect is that they drink fresh cow's blood as a source of vitality. Cattle are extremely important in their daily lives, not only for milk and meat but also for this ritual. From a young age, boys are given their own cow to care for. Once they have a herd of at least 60 cows, they marry, and these cows are also passed to their wives. Historically, before engaging in battle, the warriors would perform a sacred ritual of drinking fresh blood from a cow. The cow would be shot with an arrow to the jugular, and the warriors would drink the blood without interruption, believing it would bring them strength and success in battle. This practice, deeply rooted in their spirituality, continues today. Before important battles or contests, the men drink the blood of the cows to boost their energy. They also carry weapons such as spears, bows, and arrows, always prepared for combat. The tribe holds fierce competitions, testing the bravery of their young men. These events are intense, with participants using sharp, pointed sticks as weapons, often resulting in serious injuries. The women, dressed in their finest attire, eagerly await the victory of the bravest warriors, hoping to be chosen by the most courageous among them. The next sight is enough to make anyone shiver: eating a whole caterpillar with a hefty price tag. In Africa, the mopane worms are considered a delicacy, and their price can exceed that of lobster. If you thought Vietnamese coconut worms were daring, wait until you try these. But be warned, it's not for those who are squeamish about insects. The process to prepare these worms is quite unconventional. First, they're collected from trees. Then, their green biscuits juice is squeezed out. After that, the worms can be cooked in a variety of ways. They can be boiled, sun-dried, or smoked. Imagine walking past houses and walls covered in thousands of dried worms, and you'll definitely get chills. But if you want them fresh, you can eat them right off the tree, raw. However, the most popular preparation is dried, crispy mopane worms. The price of this delicacy is shocking, costing around $600 per kilogram, almost 14 million VND, making it more expensive than lobster. yet they are still highly sought after. It's estimated that 9.5 billion mopane worms are harvested annually in South Africa, covering 20,000 square kilometers of mopane forests, with a total market value of $85 million USD. These worms are packed with protein 3 times more than beef and contain essential nutrients like potassium, calcium, and magnesium. So, what do you think? If you ever come across vendors selling these wriggling worms on the road, you might get goosebumps. But hey, if anyone's up for the challenge, enjoy! Have you ever thought about eating something that usually sucks blood from your body? Well, don't worry if you haven't let the people of Africa introduce you to this unique delicacy. In Ghana, there's a strange and unusual dish made from mosquitoes. There are around 100,000 trillion mosquitoes flying across every corner of the earth, except for a few small islands like Iceland and Antarctica. These tiny creatures have existed for about 170 million years, and every year, they are responsible for the deaths of around 750,000 people globally, mostly children, due to diseases transmitted by mosquitoes. But rather than just trying to eliminate these pesky insects, people in Ghana have come up with an inventive way to use them. Since mosquitoes are rich in protein, they figured out how to turn them into food. When mosquitoes swarm, the men, women, and children of Ghana grab nets or bowls to collect them. Once they've gathered enough, they roll them into little clumps, like meat, then fry them in oil. After frying, the mosquito cakes turn black and crispy, ready to be served. In this area, fried mosquito cakes, made from up to 500,000 mosquitoes, are a local delicacy, proving that, for some, anything can be turned into a snack. In Africa, grilling crocodile is considered a unique and delicious experience. The preparation starts with the whole crocodile being cleaned and prepared, often keeping its skin and head intact. Unlike typical meat, the crocodile is often roasted on an open flame, similar to how one would cook a whole pig. It is placed directly on the grill, with the skin side down. The crocodile's meat is left to cook for several hours, allowing the heat to penetrate deeply and render the fat, making it tender and juicy. In some places, before grilling, the crocodile is marinated with spices or coated in a flavorful sauce, such as a mixture of garlic, oil, herbs, and chili, which infuses the meat with rich flavors. Some regions might even remove the skin entirely and apply marinades directly to the meat, before letting it soak in the flavors for a while. The grilling process ensures that the meat becomes golden brown and crispy on the outside, while remaining moist on the inside. Once fully cooked, the crocodile is served, with its meat becoming soft and succulent, often with a slightly smoky flavor from the open flame. This dish can be enjoyed on its own, or it is sometimes paired with side dishes such as grilled vegetables or starches like rice or cassava. In Uganda, enen is a popular delicacy made from grasshoppers, which are either fried in oil, sun-dried, or boiled. They can be eaten on their own or served alongside other dishes. This snack is a well-known street food, commonly sold at local grocery stores and markets. The grasshoppers are usually stored in large plastic buckets or small tins, ready for sale. The insects are typically harvested in November using large white cloths and lights to attract them, after which they are sold in bulk at the markets, with a bag costing about 120 United States dollars, close to 3 million VND. The demand is so high that over 400 bags can be sold daily, making it an essential food source for many people in Uganda. Interestingly, insects like grasshoppers are more expensive than beef or chicken when priced by weight. They are also considered beneficial for health, boosting vitality, while having a smaller environmental footprint compared to traditional livestock, as they produce less harmful greenhouse gases. In other parts of Africa, like Nigeria, crickets are sold as snacks, and in Mexico, they are cleaned, seasoned with garlic, lemon, and salt, and then roasted. In China, crickets have even been elevated to a new level, not just as food but as pets, and and are sometimes used in cricket fighting competitions. People in Malawi have a unique tradition of eating whole roasted rats. Although rats are typically considered pests in many parts of the world, in Malawi, they are considered a delicacy. The process of capturing these rats is quite traditional. People dig deep holes and place clay pots filled with water, the rim of which is coated with fried corn kernels. When the rats are trapped, they suffocate in the water, and then they are either fried, boiled, or roasted. This dish is especially common on the streets, where roasted rats are sold as a popular snack. These snacks are often prepared and sold by local children to passers-by, especially bus drivers and passengers. Additionally, the price of this snack is relatively affordable, with rats being prepared and sold in various ways, such as grilled with spices or incorporated into a savory stew. Though it may sound unusual to some, rat meat is said to be high in protein and a nutritious food source for many in the region. In some parts of the world, particularly in countries like Malawi, eating animals that might be considered pests elsewhere is a normal and culturally ingrained practice. In some parts of Africa, particularly in countries like Cameroon and the Democratic Republic of Congo, eating monkey meat, specifically roasted monkey, is a common practice. While this may sound shocking or unusual to many, it is a part of the local culinary culture and is often considered a delicacy. Monkey meat is typically prepared by roasting or grilling it over an open flame. The meat is usually seasoned with local spices and herbs to enhance its flavor. In some places, it is also cooked in stews or served with a variety of side dishes. In certain communities, monkeys are hunted for their meat, and it is often sold in local markets or prepared in villages. The practice of eating monkey meat is not just a matter of local taste, but also a part of survival for some communities, especially in rural areas where other food sources may be scarce. It is also seen as a prestigious dish in some cultures, often served during special occasions or celebrations. However, the hunting of primates, including monkeys, has raised concerns among conservationists, as many species of monkeys are endangered due to habitat destruction and hunting for bushmeat. Despite the controversies surrounding it, eating monkey meat continues to be a cultural practice in some parts of Africa, although it remains illegal in some regions due to conservation laws aimed at protecting wildlife. Hey everyone, that's it for today's video on the strange and surprising foods of Africa. Thanks so much for sticking with us until the very end. If you have any suggestions or want to see us explore any other topics, feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Explore the World will do its best to create new videos as quickly as possible for you. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. See you all in the next exciting video. Bye bye.